Hi, okay, so it's been a while since I've done a video on my channel, but if you haven't watched me before, welcome. If you have watched me before and are seeing me for the first time in a very, very long time, welcome as well. The light is changing in the room I'm in, so we're going to play around with kind of different back and forth with the camera and see how it works. But I got excited about the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk collection, and I hate when I start these videos with nothing on my face, especially my lips. Well, nothing. I've got foundation on, and I've got a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of eyeliner product, or not eyeliner, eyebrow products. But we're gonna start jumping right into the whole pillow talk by focusing first on the lip products, because that way I'll feel happy and everyone will be happy if I'm happy, right? Something like that. Anyway, this is Megan and I have not been making videos. Don't think that I don't miss it. I do, which is why I occasionally keep trying to get them up. I've just been so busy with other things, and I don't want my channel to die. I really don't. I love being on YouTube, but it's just some days you got other stuff that's going on. So as people probably know, Charlotte Tilbury had the liner, the lip liner, Pillow Talk, and then she had the lipstick, Pillow Talk, and then she started releasing an eyeshadow palette and blush, and she's been adding to the collection going forward. And then now what she's added is a bigger palette, and most exciting in my opinion, she's added 2 lipsticks for medium to dark skin tones and a blush for darker skin tones. And so we're going to dig into that, but first we're going to dig into the lips so that I'm comfortable being on camera, and then we'll dig into the Pillow Talk collection. So I went actually in store, and I was going to order some of the collection online, and then I saw that my Sephora had it the next day, so I thought, you know, it's right by my work, I'll just pop in there and grab some stuff and try them. And so what we'll see first is the 2 lip products I have, and then an explanation as to why. So first is my very, very, very old, no, we're not going to start with this. I've had the lipstick for a long time. We're going to start with the lip gloss. I love the lip gloss. It might be one of my favorite things in the whole collection. So this is called a lip Lustre. It's a Luxe Color Riche lip lacquer. And this is one of the last things. I always have my cheat sheets. I am not a first impressions kind of a girl. I need to wear things first and really have an opinion before I do a video. I'm just more comfortable that way. So this is 0.11 ounce, which is a little on the light side, and we'll get to that. And it's $22, which is fine. It's a lasting lip lacquer in Charlotte's globally loved Pillow Talk shade. Cruelty-free. They say this every day, this meaning Charlotte Tilbury. Everyday gloss delivers long-lasting shine and full-looking lips sans stickiness. The creamy vial texture is enriched with lotus flower extract, an antioxidant that protects, hydrates, and soothes lips for a gorgeous, flawless, lacquered finish. The color stays in place for up to 6 hours without transfer. Okay, so we all know that nothing on my lips ever lasts for 6 hours, but I do get a good wear out of this. I love this gloss. So a little, not a doe foot applicator, just kind of your standard. Oh, these lights. I like shooting in natural light because I just don't feel like colors look the same if you're not shooting in natural light. The problem with natural light is that it shifts, as it's been shifting here today, like backwards and forwards. And I have a lot of trees in my backyard, so sometimes as the light is blocked by clouds, it can change fairly substantially. So I lose my upper lip in a lot of glosses, sheer lip formulas, and all that. I feel like with this particular color I don't, and it kind of fits the bill. Sumptuous, full lips, glossy. It's not sticky. It's amazing. The texture is thick, but not heavy thick, but not super sticky. I really like this gloss. And the color is that Pillow Talk, which let's see how they explain it. And I've got so many notes here. They call Pillow Talk a blush nude. Yeah, that's about right. I love this gloss. And the reason we're putting the gloss on first is that we're going to take it off. We're going to put on the lipstick, and then we're going to play around with doing both of them. And then we'll play with blush, eyes, and all kinds of stuff. And by the way, just so that we know going into this, what I got was I already had the basic lipstick, and then I got the gloss. I got the eyeliner. I got the Pillowtalk Instant Eye Palette. I got the Chic to Chic in the lighter shade, the original. And I got the Luxury Palette of Pops, the glittery one, not the original. Okay, so off with lip number one. We'll put on the regular. Ooh. The thing about not having done these videos for a while, so I do the outdoor swatches too, because again, natural light, I just love the way things show up better. So let's do our little swatch. There's our swatch of, see what a great shade it is. I mean, I don't really have anything to add to the color description. I think it's spot on, and it's a small container. I think that's my only issue, but Charlotte Tilbury does some really nice products, but she's not exactly generous with them, which, you know, it's a personal preference. I have so much makeup at this point that I can't wear everything I have, so I'll survive. All right, off we go. And now we're going to do the basic Pillow Talk. I'm gonna put it on and then I'll swatch it. So this one I think is $34, 0.12 ounce, which is about standard for lipsticks. It's kind of the max size. They range from 0.2 to 0.12 to 0.14. So it's on the smaller side again. This is the best-selling Matte Revolution, so it is a matte lipstick. Universally flattering nude pink. They call it romantic. Works, well, they say it fits for every complexion. We'll get to that. Antioxidant lipstick tree and orchid extract. 3D glow pigments that help lips appear wider and fuller. The matte formula is enriched with Charlotte's secret ingredient and orchid extract to protect and soothe lips for a cashmere finish. I actually will agree that you do get a cashmere finish. The unique square angle top mimics the shape of a lip brush for precise application. Okay, so we're gonna, drop everything. We're gonna go with it. This is super old. This is like about to be done, but we're still gonna put it on. Okay. Again, just a universally flattering shade. Really pretty. Yeah, gorgeous. It's almost sold out on Sephora. I checked before I did this video, and for whatever reason, this collection has got everyone buying this color. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna keep zooming in as we start playing around with the different products. So now we're gonna put a little gloss. We can see the color of the lip shade. I really deeply regret not buying the liner, the lip liner, but Monday, that's tomorrow, we'll see. So we're gonna put our gloss over it. Together, very pretty, but I am gonna add the liner. I get really great full coverage with this, and I get a few hours of wear. A huge fan of this. As you can see, my lip stick is almost gone. And I'm loving the gloss. I probably love the gloss more than lipstick. Let's see, and we did not swatch that either. Again, it's been a while since I've been doing videos. I'm not so slick anymore. All right, so we're gonna swatch it. Just again, just a basic nude pink. It's just basic. When I went into Sephora to try on the different lip colors, they have the medium. So the medium and the basic Pillow Talk are in the matte formula, and then the dark is in the kissing formula. And I have neutral undertones. I can wear a lot of different shades. My skin, for whatever reason, just almost works with every blush. So I went in there actually expecting to buy a lot more because I was so excited about this collection and I wanted to see it, and it's like the perfect basics. And I could not wear the darker blush, although I'm gonna go back into Sephora again tomorrow, and I think I can make it work. I've thought about it. The dark blush is stunning. It is so gorgeous. It is a darker, browner, more matte version of the Pillow Talk blush, which we'll get to in a second. And I just adore it, but it wasn't the best on me. And the medium and the dark pillow top lipsticks, again, they were not bad, but they really didn't look that good. And I asked the people working at Sephora, and we looked at them, and they just didn't work for me, which I actually think is a good thing. And the reason I think that's a good thing is that for so many years, makeup brands have focused on a certain subset of coloring and really not adapted their products for people of different coloring. And so I could wear all different shades and it worked great. And I go back to when I was young and a kid, and I've got this neutral undertone, and my mom and my aunt have this really light undertone and super light blonde hair, and all of the makeup at the time was targeted toward them, and all of their stuff looked terrible on me, so I thought makeup looked terrible on me. And then over the years, things have gotten so much warmer, and now I'm really liking the fact that we have just something for everyone. So I was disappointed that I couldn't wear it all, and that's why we have less makeup, which is good because I spent less money. But anyway, okay, this is the blush, and I resisted the blush for a very long time because I just didn't need a blush. I have to tell you, when I went into my Sephora, they had all the different, you know, Charlotte Tilbury looks, and I am now, I have to tell you, obsessed with the Golden Girl blush. So when I skulk back to Sephora tomorrow, I wonder if I don't end up with that as well. Okay, so not that I need it, but you know, these things do tend to happen at times. So I didn't put this in any order. I don't like to do a video without being able to talk about my different products. Okay, we found it, the blush. So it's a blush nude, pink, radiant finish. The darker one they call a deep rosy pink with a radiant finish. I totally don't agree with that second description. I agree with the first one, blush nude pink, radiant finish, but the darker one I felt was super satiny matte, whereas I feel like the regular Pillow Talk blush is a little shimmery, which makes sense given that the basic lipstick is a nude, and the eye palette that I have, well, the first eye palette, which I don't have, and the eye palette I have here, the bigger one, is mostly nude. And so it makes sense to have a shimmery blush, but I felt like the darker one was really quite matte. Very different finish. And so what they say about the blush, it's a compact of 2 universally flattering pink nude shades, the original Pillow Talk and Pillow Talk Intense to make your cheeks glow. So these are richly pigmented for long-lasting wear. Charlotte Tilbury's 2-step application blush will brighten any complexion. The shades are buildable so you can adjust the color to suit your look. Swish the outer shade along the cheekbones to sculpt, then dab the inner color on the apples of your cheek for a pretty youthful glow. Light flex technologies capture light and re-emit for luminous complexion. Color-rich pigments are rolled into finely crushed pearls. Okay, I'm getting a little bit talky here. That smooth and buff the skin for excellent blendability and uniform color. Okay, so they say the darker one adds warmth and deeper, sweeter rose tones. I think I would go with maybe more brown as opposed to rose, but okay. This is the original one, the cute little Charlotte Tilbury packaging, and I don't think I said what it costs, $40, and they didn't list, it's not going to show there. They didn't list on the Sephora website how big it is, but it's probably on the box, but I'm just going to leave that for now. So you can see it there. It is a rosy shade, and then I feel like this lighter shade is more of a highlighter shade on me. Can you see it? These highlighter shades are always a problem to swatch, which is why I have my separate swatches too at the beginning of the video. Yeah, it's not going to show. All right, so let's play around with the blush. So the blush, we're going to sweep on the cheekbones. And we're going to see we get kind of that rosy pink shade. I think this shade on me is flattering. I'm not gonna say I love it. And then we're gonna put this on the apple, but I don't have any highlight on my face because I kind of feel like this shade is more of a highlight than a blush on me. So we're gonna use it as a highlighter. I like a lot. Do I love? No, I don't. I do like an awful lot. Okay, so now we are going to first look at the palettes that we have, and then we're going to zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to play around with them. And when I look to the side, it's because I'm kind of looking at the blush and saying, do I like it? Do I not like it? Okay, so this right here is palette number 1, and this is the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. And this one was $75, and you get 12 shades at 0.24 ounces. And so what we're gonna see with both this and the second eyeshadow palette that I got is that they're not super generous size-wise. I'm okay with that because I have a makeup collection that I will never get through. And there we keep having problems. It's a long story. I have some technical issues. So this is a limited edition eyeshadow palette with new shades inspired by Pillow Talk. There are 4 looks, and then we'll look at the eyeshadows. The day look, which is eyeshadows in Dreamy Champagne Pink. Actually, why don't we just do it at the same time? Which you prime. Shimmering Rose Gold Enhance, and Dusty, Matte Dusty Pink, which is a smoke. So you get, it's so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. So gorgeous. Charlotte just does great. Great. You can see my trees outside. No, you can see my mess. There you can see my trees. So here we have what I liked about this. Let's just be honest. I've talked on my channel before about idiot proof makeup. This to me is idiot proof makeup. These are neutral shades and they're labeled 1, 2, 3. And so you kind of have to figure out, okay, where do I want to put 1, 2, and 3? But it's not that hard. And then the shades are so flattering and easy to blend and creamy and all of that. To me, this is the ultimate idiot proof makeup. So when I saw this palette, I was in heaven. You have no idea. And it works so well. Okay, so here we're here. So let's say we're going to go through these and read them. So the first one, eyeshadows in Creamy Champagne Pink, Shimmering Rose Gold, and then Matte Dusty Pink. Then we have the desk, so that was day look, desk look. We have eyeshadows in Matte Peachy Camel, which is to prime, Shimmering Rose Gold, which to is enhance, and then Burnt Terracotta, which is to smoke. Date look eyeshadows in Magical Matte Taupe Prime, Soft Tawny Brown Enhance, and Warm Velvety Brown Smoke. And then Dream Look eyeshadows in Shimmery Rosy Pink Prime, Sparkling Sunset Pink Enhance, and Blushed Berry Rose to smoke. And I will have done the swatches outside at the beginning of this video just because I want to keep it somewhat manageable lengthwise, but I was actually frightened by the Dream Look, right? These right here, all of these shadows are just so easy to use, and they look amazing. And so I had thought about doing mascara before, and I think I'm gonna go do mascara real quick because I was gonna zoom in anyway before I did these. And we're going to rely on the swatches at the very beginning of the video, which I took outside. And I usually like to put the swatch at the beginning because then I'm talking a lot anyway, so you don't really need to see me. But I'm going to go put mascara on. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And then we're going to go through these shades. And I'm going to actually do all of the 3 looks. And it's so fast. I actually did them before I did the video. And these are so idiot proof and so fast that, again, idiot proof, idiot proof, idiot proof, fast. You can hear what I'm saying about these, but they are stunning on. And when I swatched them, I was just amazed at the quality. They're super pigmented, creamy, they blend beautifully, they apply beautifully, and they also give a very natural look. And I am someone who works for a living, and I have to go to work looking professional and put together, and I don't have a lot of time in the morning. So for me, the stuff, I mean, I love all the bright colors and the fun and this and that and the other, but something which is like a 1, 2, 3, bam, and you're out the door and you look great and professional is so attractive. Again, just a beautiful package. I am in love with this palette, in case you can't tell. And when you see how fast I can do these looks and how great they look, you're going to be surprised. I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. So blah, 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 blah. I'm going to pause this, put mascara on, and then we're going to go through look 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to look at the last 2 items, the Luxury Palette, Luxury Palette of Pops, the sparkly one, and the eyeliner. Okay, we're zoomed in a little bit more, and I'm going to do the eyeshadow looks. We're going to do one on one eye, one on the other eye. We're going to then like zoom out so you can see them. We're going to try not to wreck the mascara, but super efficient. don't want to make this video super long, but I want to cover a lot of things. And as we all know, if I try to break up into videos or 3 videos, it's not going to happen. So this way we can ensure that it does actually happen. So when I was playing around with these, again, we're looking at these eyeshadows. I tried to figure out the best way to put them on and make them attractive. And unfortunately, I tend to get super attached to certain brushes. The main brush that I would have liked to use for this, I kind of used this morning. And so to clean it out, it was going to be a pain. But we're going to try to, we're going to try to do it anyway with my less than ideal brush. So I like these round brushes. This right here is the perfect brush to do everything. And what I did with all of them is I took the lightest shade in here, and then I took the second shade here. So 1, 2, and then I took the third shade here and did this into the crease, and it was gorgeous in every single situation. And then if I were really to do this in the real world, I would put a little bit of a highlight shade up here, and I would put a little bit of a highlight in the inner corner, but we're not going to do that for this video because we're just going to stick with what's in this palette, again, and partially just being sensitive for time. And that's why also I am not, oh wow, I just smudged mascara in my inner corner. Okay, oh wow. Well, we're gonna have a little bit of a black tint to this one. Okay, that's not good, but we'll survive. And the day I'm perfect. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be great? Okay, so we're doing the day look right now. And this shade I thought was gonna be, actually the first 2 looks, what are they, day and dusk? I thought the first shade was gonna be way too light to put in the inner part of my eye, and I tried to put it up here, and that totally didn't work. They were way too pigmented. So this is the lighter shade, and now we're going into the second one, and this is the basic, most neutral look. And so you can start seeing it really does build up beautifully. And then we're going to take this third shade and run it under and into the crease. Okay, so for a working woman who has to get ready in the morning, the fact that this look is super natural and flattering in that amount of time. I mean, look at that. Whoa. Just unbelievable. That was what blew me away about this. So I'm so impressed. Now we're gonna go with dusk. We're gonna do the same thing, and we'll change the brush for the next one. But we're gonna use the same brush, and we're not gonna pick up a lot of the other colors. I don't know why. Maybe because they're so complementary to each other. But again, just doing this. Second half here, look at that peach. So the first ones were kind of the neutrals. The second ones are the peaches. Then we get into kind of more pinky ones, and then we get into those bright. Ooh, the light just shifted, didn't it? I looked away for a second. And then we're gonna take this. And obviously, if you're gonna put more time into it, it's gonna look a little bit more seamless. But that's not our goal here. Our goal here is actually to get a video up and give you a good sense. But I don't, honestly, I could probably blend that out with the middle shade. That was a big mistake. I just tried to blend out the darker shade with the middle shade, and it's fine, but I kind of liked it better before. That did get bright, didn't it? Gosh, these just look so pretty on. I am just blown away. All right, so let's add, I wasn't going to do this, but given that the light's changing, we're just going to have fun anyway. So our last one is the Luxury Pallets of Pops. I really liked these when I saw them in store. When I first saw them in store, I was not happy. I thought they were kind of blah. Actually, these I want to swatch. So we'll get into these a little bit more. Okay, so the first shade, oh, I'm going to drop everything. Doesn't show up on my arm. That's always good. Again, slick. Oh, God, they're not showing up at all. That's so funny. It must be the lighting here, because when I swatched them outside before, they showed up beautifully. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this shade and this shade, and we're going to pop those on top. So we're going to take this one here and just add a little shimmer, and then we're going to take this one and add a little shimmer. And you can see it just adds something special. And we're going to take the little lighter shade. I didn't plan on doing this, so this is not part of my original. And we're going to put that in the inner part of the eye, just to play around and show how complementary they can be to each other. Okay, there we have it. All right, we're gonna pause, hope the light eases up a little, and then we're going to, oh, actually, wait, I forgot. Okay, there are the two looks a little bit further away, and I keep looking to the side again because I'm amazed at how much I like a 2-second eye look with this palette. If I were to really put more time into it, I guess I could also put a liner, which we'll do with the last two since we have the liner still to look at. But love, I love it. Okay, we're gonna go in with the last two, and what I did is I used a makeup remover on my eyes, reapplied the mascara, and then also I put foundation over it. So now we're gonna go into the last two sets here, which are Date Look and Dream Look. And so these are the more dramatic ones. Not the most dramatic palette at all, but we're gonna go for it and see what we can do. So Date Look, and these are labeled as Date Look. I need actually to see this closer up instead of looking, is the brown. So we had first kind of the most neutral, then we had the peaches, and then now we have the more browns. And again, what amazes me about this palette, and I haven't used Charlotte Tilbury a lot, is I apply it and it's so perfect and easy and creamy, and it just works beautifully. And from what I've seen looking at other reviews, this is kind of one of her better palettes, and I love it. How it applies. It just is so easy. Now, obviously, I'm looking for a super natural, neutral look, but frankly, when I'm getting ready in the morning to go to work, this is what I do. So again, super simple, super perfect. The light shifting again, but that's okay. Now, the one I was most scared of, I have to admit, was Dream. I thought, I don't think I can wear those colors. Definitely not during the daytime. And if you were gonna, put a lot more time into this look and make it a lot more smoky, and yeah, you could, but that's not what we're aiming for today. We're aiming for me actually getting a video up because I really love this collection and I miss YouTube. Okay, so first we did the inner shade. Look at those. I mean, it's unbelievable that we have these berries that are so wearable and easy to apply. I've struggled because I love pinks and corals and all of those, and oranges. I do some really bright oranges recently, but I struggled to make it a wearable look, and these actually are quite easy. All right, so let's go with this. We're not going to go with our other palette. We're going to go with the eyeliner now. And we're not going to zero out quite yet and see it from a no, we're not going to. We're going to now go with the eyeliner. So the Pillow Talk eyeliner is one of my favorite items of this whole collection. Let's just clean that up a little. We don't have to be super sloppy just because we're being super fast. There. Again, you can see how easy it is to clean up. And I would, if I were really wearing this out, I would probably build up my corner a little bit. I tend to have a problem with eyeshadow not sticking in the outer corner for whatever reason. And I really have to build it up and put a lot of effort into it to get it to show up and stay. And so we're going to do that since these are a little darker. There we go. All right, now we're going to play around with the eyeliner since we have some dark ones. So this was... this light is crazy. This was one of my favorite items in the whole collection, and we're gonna swatch it right here. And I think everyone's seen 1,000,001 shades or swatches of this. So this is, let's see, where's the liner? This is not easy to find on my list here. But this is, I know that I have it. This is a brown, purpley brown shade. And so what we're gonna do, and a lot of people, because what I try to do with the makeup is I try it first to see what I think before I even look at other people's comments or reviews or anything along those lines, because I don't want to be overly biased. Like I said, I'm not good at first impressions. I really need to play with it, see how it wears, and try it out and apply it and see if it looks good and natural and all of that. And this one, people said it might have been a different formula than some of the past eyeliners that Charlotte Tilbury has put out, and I have one that I love the color, but I've had some wear issues with it. It sets, it doesn't budge, and then it doesn't wear. This sets, it doesn't budge. Even when I was at Sephora and playing around with it, I couldn't get it off my wrist, even with makeup remover. So I really like how this one wears. I have criticized the one Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner I had, which stopped me from buying more. The one thing I would say is, as you see, as I try to apply it to my upper waterline, it does not apply very well. Because it's one of those, you know, you put it there, I'm gonna put it there. You put it there and then it doesn't budge. And so for me, there's a very limited amount of time I have where I can smudge it, because I tend to like a more smudgy eyeliner. This is not going well. Let's just stop talking as we try to apply it. Okay, now it's working as I stop talking. And I like my eyeliner into the lashes as opposed to just a hard line away from it. And so I find that it's a little tougher to apply that way than I would like. But once it's on, oh, look at that, it's so pretty on. So this is one of those eyeliners, if you like the eyeliner that's just going to stay and is going to go exactly where you want it to go and not be super smudgy, and I like my super smudgy, you will love this. And the shade is really great. Okay, there, now we were able to smudge it the way that I like it. Wow. 1 second. Okay, so there we have the eye looks, and the eyeliner, just unbelievably flattering for blue eyes. It's so pretty. That purple and brown combination. And also, if you saw how quickly I put these eyeshadows on, I think they look amazing. So we're going to look really quickly at the last item, and then we'll hope that I get this video up, which I will, I promise. So this is a luxury palette of pops. This is also limited edition. So from my understanding, the only things that I'm showing today that are limited edition are the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing now. Oh my gosh, I just love how pretty that is. I just look to the side, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. I really am excited about this collection. And I like the fact also that it's not just limited to people with certain coloring. I mean, maybe some of the products still are, but I love the fact that they've added just different, deeper, you know, more nuanced products for those who aren't just getting a darker version of the same thing, but something that actually works with their skin tone. Okay, so Palette of Pops, $53, limited edition, a 4-step eyeshadow quad with buildable, non-creasing formula inspired by the best-selling Nude Pink Pillow Talk shade. Multi-reflecting pearls, gives eyes a molten sparkly finish, and glossy ester proves color intensity and brightness to boost vibrancy of shades. 4 harmonious eye colors: prime, enhance, smoke, and pop. Create a smooth base for your eye look using the prime shade, build up definition and enhance, add drama with the smoke shade, and then finish your dazzling look with the shimmer pop shade. For the ultimate sparkle, ooh, add a little water before applying with your fingertips. So yes, I do actually sometimes use these wet. Really, honestly, I don't. I just like to add a little sparkle. So here they say sheer eyeshadow toppers in nude pink, champagne, rose gold, copper, and bronze. And I want to do a quick swatch on these, even though I haven't swatched the larger eyeshadow palette in the video itself. Again, we're trying to get this thing done. This is little. It's little. That's true. This is the first of the shades. This is the second, and they don't have names. Can you see them? So it's like a champagne, a pink. But what I really wanted to show was these last two, which are so pigmented. And I'm a huge fan of those sparkly, shimmery, you know, pop things that you put in your eyes. So here we're gonna take this one, which is the second to last shade, which would be the, I don't know, the copper? No, yeah, the copper. And we're gonna put that over here just to add a little bit of shimmer. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this eye off and I'm going to do a quick look. I'm thinking actually, yeah, I'll take this one off, leave the other one on. Just hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna do a quick eye look. When I first saw this palette in Sephora, I wasn't thrilled. I love super glittery, shimmery things on my eyes. I think they're amazing. I tend to use mattes first and then put kind of that glittery shimmering thing here. This one I thought was, when I went back though and actually started playing with it, I just fell in love. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take, let's see, what are they? We have nude pink, champagne, rose gold, copper, bronze, and I don't think they're in order. So we're gonna do the nude pink first here, because I have a plan as to what we're gonna do with the completely nude gold color. All right, so we're gonna put it in here, and you know, this one has a reasonable amount of pigment. We're gonna take the next one, which was what, the copper, and put that in the outer part of the, and what I like about these shades is that I've got blue eyes, but I've seen these on people with brown eyes as well, and these really do work. So we're actually gonna brush that darker shade into the crease, even though I typically don't do that. And you can see as they apply, they're more pigmented swatched than on, but again, and they're super shimmery. But again, let's talk about what we really wear, what I really wear in the daytime. Oh, you know what's funny? Is when I look at my eyes in my little mirror, it looks way less pigmented than when I look at the screen, since I've been looking down and not at the screen to apply, and then I look up and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of makeup there. Yeah. And then I'm gonna take this nuder shade and put it in the middle here, and then put it under right here, just to give a little sparkle. Again, it's just so fast. All right, we're gonna zoom out and we'll look at the looks, and then I'll tell you what I think about everything. Okay, so what do I think overall? Again, I keep looking to the side because with so little effort, this is like a broken record, I feel bad. With so little effort, I love the looks that I created. I just really love this collection. So what works and what doesn't work? The lipstick is good. It is a universal good. It's not a great, I don't live for it. It's one of those basic shades I put on when I'm in a hurry and I need something that I know is gonna work with everything and is gonna match all my makeup, and it's good. The lip gloss I actually really love. I wish it were a larger package, but I love the texture. I love how it looks on my lips. I don't lose my top or upper lip, which can happen, but I will end up going back to Sephora and I will end up getting the lip liner to wear with the lip gloss, which I actually prefer to the matte lipstick. Even though I like matte lipsticks, I still prefer it. I just think it's gorgeous. The blush I like, again, it's an A-. It's really pretty, it's flattering. Do I live for it? Is it my favorite blush ever? No, it's finely milled, it's beautiful. It's really pretty, but I don't live for it. It's great. It's good. It's, again, a basic that when I'm running late, I can throw on and it's just gonna work. What I like the best are the two eyeshadow palettes that I got. I did not get the basic pillow talk, which is, I think, mostly matte and very basic colors, supposedly, again, to be universally flattering. I can only say whether things are flattering on me. I haven't tried them universally. But the two eyeshadow palettes I got with my skin tone, with my eyes, they are just stunning and simple, and probably among the favorites that I have. I probably slightly prefer the Hourglass individual shades to get a sparkle, but these shades in this particular Natasha Denona, I can't get my brand straight, Charlotte Tilbury palettes are just so workable and so gorgeous. I mean, look how pretty that is. It's just so good. So the eyeshadow palettes are my favorite thing along with the gloss. And then the eyeliner, I like the color a lot. I really love the color. I like the wear time. I think it's impressive and amazing. What I don't like is that I find it really hard to smudge the way that I like to smudge my eyeliner. It's a little too much of a line. So that's kind of a personal preference. I've seen so many reviews on eyeliners where people say, oh, it smudges and it doesn't set and it doesn't stay. And I think that's my eyeliner. But the person who wrote that review wants this eyeliner versus the one I'm looking for. So I really love the color. I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more to make the texture work for me, which is totally me. The texture, again, long wear, gorgeous, it sticks and doesn't budge. For the right person, it's perfect. I am incredibly disappointed that I couldn't make the darker colors work in this collection on me, but the good part of my heart says that that means that they really weren't made just to humor people of different undertones and skin shades. They really were meant to work with them, and it's not like just taking me and adding something that's a little bit darker. I will be playing with that blush, I can promise you. I will be trying to do videos. They will not be perfect. They will be the best I can do at any given point in time. I really love my YouTube channel, and I'm really gonna try to keep it. So thanks for your understanding as I do the best I can and still have that passion for makeup, and miss you all and love you all. Thanks.